This is Computer Insider, Canada's most watched, most listened to technology series. From around the world, computer news, user tips, hardware profiles, and software insights. Avoiding technobabble, we keep you informed in plain language. Computer Insider is hosted by award-winning international broadcast journalist Bob Pritchard.
Thank you very much for joining us once again today. You just have to love the computer industry. Companies coming and going, changing hats, trying to outdo each other at each turn, and in the background, two massive overlapping cheering sections. Consumers who root with their Visa cards, and investors who do their cheering with their portfolios. Most of the players in both camps have absolutely no idea what they're doing, but all seem to have a propensity for playing follow the leader, which brings us to today's topic, the acquisition of Nokia by Microsoft. First, a little bit of background information. Microsoft unquestionably owns the desktop software environment and has done so for years. Their successes go back to the late 1970s when IBM blessed Bill Gates with the mandate to develop the operating system for the soon-to-be launched IBM PC, which quickly became the world standard for computing. Later enhancements included the launch of Windows in 1985 and the split between IBM and Microsoft in 1990 when Big Blue opted to go it alone with OS2 or Warp and beamed themselves right out of the PC industry. Other game makers for Microsoft include Office and a pile of peripheral products, which meant that Gates could move along in life to, well, building gargantuous houses and playing bridge. So pretty much any idiot could sit on the throne in Redmond and run the ship. Nokia was no slouch either. As of last year, they employed almost 102,000 people in 120 countries, conducted sales in more than 150 countries, and reported annual revenues of around 42 million Canadian dollars. They were the world's second largest mobile phone maker in terms of unit sales right after Samsung, with global market share of 18% in last year's fourth quarter. Nokia and Microsoft share several traits. They both received a wake-up call from Samsung, they both hate Apple, and they're both flying with outdated product offerings. But there's one big difference. Microsoft has really deep pockets, enough to buy Nokia out of their European petty cash stash. So now the real question is this a good deal or not? Wait for it now. It depends on who steps in to run at Microsoft now the bomber's gone. If Gates is back, watch for a major surge in popularity at Microsoft, much like when Steve Jobs stepped in to run Apple. The market's ripe for change. Apple's in flux since the death of Jobs and has lost luster in the market. Samsung is flying high, but let's face the facts. They're makers of TVs and fridges who somehow stepped in and grabbed the world's smartphone market. And most importantly, there are issues in the Android world, the big one being interconnectivity between diverse operating systems. Heck, even moving from one Android device to another built by a different manufacturer can drive you crazy. So there is an opportunity. My personal guess is to look for Microsoft, probably branded under the Nokia banner, to finish off BlackBerry, either by marketing or by purchase, and then take on Apple. In 5 years, Gates will either be dining with the Wang family, wondering what went wrong, or holding press conferences at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas, celebrating the resurgence. Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard.
This is Computer Insider, Canada's most watched, most listened to technology series. From around the world, computer news, user tips, hardware profiles, and software insights. Avoiding technobabble, we keep you informed in plain language. Computer Insider is hosted by award-winning international broadcast journalist Bob Pritchard.